This story is called Little Nino's Pizzeria by Karen Barber. A pizzeria is a restaurant where they serve pizza. They make pizza and then sell it to their customers. We've been talking about producers and consumers. And so we're going to see examples of both in this story. Little Nino's Pizzeria. There's a smaller picture of them at the pizzeria door. My dad, Nino, makes the best pizza in the world. I'm his best helper. Here's the dad, Nino. It says it right on his apron. And here's Tony, the son. Tony's telling us the story. He's the narrator. And then they are at their pizzeria. They are producing or making pizzas. They are producers. I help knead the pizza dough. Here he is with the dough in his hands. Kneading means you smush it together with your hands. You mix it really, really well and get it all together. Think about when you have Play-Doh and you take your hands and you squish it together. That's kneading. Okay. I help stir the pizza sauce. Here he is. He's a little kid, so he needs something to stand on. Remember how we said he's the best helper? And I help grate the cheese. When I buy my cheese at the store, I usually buy it in a bag that's already been cut up in little tiny pieces. But they're taking a big chunk of cheese and they're using this little tool called a cheese grater, and they're making it into little pieces. When the customers are finished, I know how to pick up their plates. So remember how they are producers? They're making the pizza. Here we have consumers, people that are buying and eating the pizza that they made. Producers, consumers. But in his restaurant, the producers also have to clean up. Here he is, cleaning up the dishes and carry out the dirty dishes. I help give the extra pizzas to hungry people in the alley who have no homes. And I help my dad serve our pizza pies. People come from all over town to eat at Little Nino's. They wait in long lines because our restaurant is so small. Look at that big line of people. All those people wanting to get inside. Do you remember how those pictures showed so many people? They have a small restaurant, so they can't fit that many people inside. One night, a man came to see my dad after the last pizza. What did he want? That night, my dad told my mom we would be making lots more money now. I noticed this man drives a really fancy car. Can you see the limousine back there? And look at his suit with the dollar signs all over it, and his ring is gold and shining. How do you think his dad is going to make lots more money now? The next day, my dad locked up Little Nino's. Soon he opened a big, fancy, expensive restaurant. He called it Big Nino. So here's the little boy, Tony. And all these people, look at their fancy clothes. They closed up the little pizzeria and opened up a big, fancy restaurant. I tried to help in the dining room, but the waiters tripped over me and spilled a lot of food. That's not going to be good. They're not going to like that. Look at the customers are looking. The pizza's going flying everywhere. I tried to help in the kitchen, but Francois, the chef, pushed me away. Remember all that helping he used to do when his dad was cooking? Now he's saying, get out of here. We don't need your help. I asked my dad how I could help, but he was too busy to even notice me. Look at his dad dressed up now. He's not making the pizzas anymore. He's running the restaurant. And he's got the people to cook, he's got people to clean, and he has other jobs he has to do. No matter how I tried to be helpful, I was always in the way. So I went home. I missed little Nino's. Here we can see the sign, but they boarded it up. Remember, they closed that restaurant down so they could open the big fancy one. But when they closed it up, that sure didn't make Tony feel bad. Do you think Dad's having a good time at the new restaurant? Doesn't really look like it. Not from his head hanging low. But then, one night, my dad came home from Big Nino extra tired. He said, I miss cutting tomatoes and chopping onions and kneading dough. I'm tired of so much paperwork and money talk, he shouted. I want to make pizza. Now they're super happy. He's got a chef hat on. And then he looked at me. Tony, my best helper. So the next day we went back to Little Nino's. Soon we reopened it, and the man from Big Nino got a new person to be in charge there. My dad Nino still makes the best pizza in the world. But he changed the name of our restaurant. Little Tony's. And there it is on the door. It doesn't say Little Nino's anymore. It says Little Tony's Pizzeria. Let's go back to this page. Do you remember the words producers and consumers? Who was producing something in this story? Remember, they were making pizzas, so Tony and his dad Nino are the ones producing it. Who are the consumers? Who's taking that and getting it, buying it and using it? All of these people that are eating the pizza, they are the consumers. They are the ones that want it and then buying it and eating it. Okay, that's the story of Little Nino's Pizzeria.